benefiting volunteers in medicine and project access. Register now at vimchat.org.
The Local 3 Storm Alert Team, accurate forecast for your day.
We are going to let you know this morning about an organization, a nonprofit here in town that we hope certainly you are very familiar with, but in case you are not, you'll want to write down their name because they do such great work each and every day for families who truly need it. The organization is the Austin Hatcher Foundation. We're so happy to have Shayna Webb on the show to kind of educate us a little bit on what they do and then lead us into a fun event they have coming up. But many people, you and I were just chatting, don't realize A, that you're here, and B, the benefits of coming to you, not just for the families who are going through pediatric cancer currently, but for the rest of their lives, right?
Right. So the Austin Hatcher Foundation is a nonprofit that serves the entire family as they go through childhood cancer, during diagnosis, and then throughout the rest of their lifetime for the entire family. Because unfortunately, when a child is diagnosed with cancer, it not only affects them, but also their siblings and their parents too. And something that I didn't even really realize until I was a little more educated is that a lot of people think that whenever you ring the bell that you're done with chemo, you're just done with your cancer journey and it's all great. But unfortunately, that's not the case. A lot of side effects will still come up after you're done with chemo. But that's what the Austin Hatcher Foundation is here for. We're here to erase those side effects from childhood cancer. So we basically provide counseling, therapy, grief groups, occupational therapy, family programs, so many programs for these families going through the cancer journey at 100% free to these families.
How much benefit do you find too for the families, therapy if you will, in just simply having someone to talk to?
Yes, exactly. I think it's so key to have our licensed therapists, clinicians, psychologists, all of these licensed clinicians on our staff that are here to talk to families throughout their whole journey. So if a family needs marriage counseling, we have a marriage and family therapist.
Wow.
If it's just grief counseling or even individual counseling just as they go through this tough journey in their life, Austin Hatcher Foundation is here for them to talk to. Always at 100% no cost because the family's already going through everything with the hospitals and the cancer and getting rid of the cancer with chemotherapy treatment, which is great. And then at Austin Hatcher Foundation, they have someone to talk to and to help them with all of the side effects that come from the diagnosis.
I want to be careful how I say this, but you know, if you are somebody walking this journey in your life, then you hopefully have friends and family there to support you and when you talk to them too. But when those conversations happen, they're probably more emotionally laced and the friends and family might not know all the right facts to provide and they're struggling too and want to be strong for you. When they come to you at Austin Hatcher, it's not that you're in any way cold, but there's a kind of a business side of it that y'all can provide. There's some reassurance in the strength, I guess, that you can show.
Right, and the majority of our team is licensed clinicians. So we have an amazing licensed marriage and family therapist, Susan Latta, who's had
she's so
35 years, over 35 years of grief counseling experience specifically. And she's just so amazing. I've learned so much from her, but we have great grief programs for families. Unfortunately, if a child is lost to childhood cancer, we have really great grief groups for families and programs for them. And it's really inspiring to just see how Susan and all of our other licensed clinicians are able to walk with these families for their entire lifetime, which is so key, just because childhood cancer can affect you for the duration of your entire lifetime. So no matter what happened with the cancer diagnosis, Austin Hatcher and the team is still there for you throughout the rest of your life.
So since you mentioned Susan's name, I'll pause on her for a second and then we'll go. But if ever anybody lived their life with a calling, it is Susan Latta. I mean, she just emits everything that she stands for.
Yes, she's so incredible. And so we do in-person counseling with families here, but we also are an actual nationwide nonprofit. So we can have families, for example, in California, call in and get to talk with Susan.
That's
so
great.
It's any family that's facing childhood cancer across America. We have resources for them. And so it's really just a special place. We are located here in Chattanooga, but we serve families nationwide.
So I want to dovetail now into the celebration of life and hope. And before we do, I will say that the Osborne family who began, they were Hatch's parents, Amy Jo and her husband, but they did this, they lost their son in infancy
Right.
to pediatric cancer, and then they used that loss to now
Right.
do this.
They recognized the lack of resources there were for the entire family and started this amazing nonprofit.
Yes. Okay. So it is not always a sad, difficult conversation. You do want there to be celebration.
Definitely. We have so many summer camps, so many fun programs for the families, and our Celebration of Life and Hope is our big fundraiser open to the entire community, and it is such a fun event.
So I know you're having an auction. Kind of set the scene for us. What are we going to enjoy?
Yes, so the Celebration of Life and Hope is a gala. It's a really great night over at our foundation. We have live music, an open bar. Live and silent auction is a big part of it. So throughout the past few months, we've been collecting different auction items, whether they're experiences or museum tickets or beach houses or physical items like a nice bottle of wine or some shoes from Chattanooga Shoe Company. I mean, so many hundreds of different auction items we have that have been so amazingly donated by members of the community. And that's when we'll auction the items off at the Celebration of Life and Hope, but also beforehand. So even if you can't come to the event, anyone can bid on these auction items. It just closes September 30th, the night of the event. And 100% of the proceeds from all of the auction items goes to helping these families facing childhood cancer. So it is just a really great night. I try to get all my Christmas presents at this auction.
Oh, that's great. That's a great idea.
Yes.
So get your ticket then while you can, and know that, as you heard her say, all of it is going to go back to the work that they're doing every day at the Austin Hatcher Foundation. You hate to ever think that you might be the person having that need, but if you ever are, or someone you love does have that need, how wonderful that they are here.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Arby's, 2 for $7 every day. Yee, classic beef and cheddar hog. 2 of those things for just $7. Arby's, we have the meat.
It's Hamrick's huge one-day sale. Saturday with a preview day on Friday. Air purifiers or heated throws, $39.98. Select as seen on TV items, $8. Modern fashion sweaters, $20. Ruby Rogue coordinates, $16. 60-count coffee